If you are considering moving to an MSP for your IT needs or you're changing providers, this video is for you, so stick around. So navigating the intricate realm of IT services can really be a challenging task, and choosing the right managed IT service company, is without a doubt one of the, just biggest crucial decisions that a company can make, as the technology that we use is the foundation for our business. And I've been in countless interactions and interviews with hundreds of different business owners over the years, and what I've come to learn is in those interviews, there are some key elements that they're ultimately what they're looking for when choosing a provider. And I thought it would kind of be a good idea to share with you what I've learned over the years. So today we're going to dive into the essential aspects of what you need to consider in your quest for the ideal IT partner. Starting right off the bat, let's talk about growth. Is the managed IT service company that you're eyeing experiencing growth? Checking the size of their team is important, but understand their growth trajectory is really ultimately what you're going to want to pay attention to. A growing workforce often signifies success and stability of a company. How are they staffing for growth? How do they know when to hire new people so that the current staff doesn't get burned out? Are all great questions to ask. If they are decreasing in size, that can be obviously a red flag, but growing too fast is also something that needs to be looked at and can be concerning as well, as you can grow too fast as a company, and service can be challenging during those times in which a company is growing fast and can impact you as a client. So asking specific questions on their growth is going to help you get a better and deeper understanding of the company you are vetting and seeing if that is going to align with what your goals are as a company. Following the same line of questions, number 2 on my list is understanding if the company has recently been sold or is looking to sell in the near future. Asking, what is their 10-year plan as a company is something that you really want to discuss with them. There is essentially a lot of buying and selling of MSPs in the space currently, so having a clear understanding if they plan to sell and changing ownership is something that you're really going to want to find out. Experience has shown that once a company does sell, there is a high percentage of businesses leaving the MSP, as service offerings usually are going to change and are really going to be no longer in line with what you're going to want to have for your business. Also, customer service typically tends to decline and diminish over time, so ultimately this is another area to consider. So moving on to the next thing. Now, number 3 on the list is regarding legal, and no, I'm not going to be going and giving you guys any type of legal advice. However, I am kind of shocked by companies that do not check if there is any type of ongoing legal matters with the current prospect that they're looking to interview. It's obviously crucial to ensure that potential partner has a clean slate. I've witnessed companies wasting thousands of dollars in legal battles with their MSP that they're currently with, and them trying to leave and break their contract. So just do your due diligence and make sure and check that if there's really any court cases that are against them. Just take some time to investigate their legal standing and to guarantee that a reliable partnership for the long term is what you're going to be buying into. So this is going to lead me into number 4 on my list, and that is, what are people saying about a company online? So go ahead and check the Google reviews and look at the experience of others. And this can be just a powerful insight into the company's reliability and service quality. And also looking at the frequency of reviews coming in. What you want to look at is to see if basically that they're going to have reviews coming in on a consistent basis rather than every once in a while, or say just a review coming in, once a year. The amount of reviews is also something to look at too. So say you're looking at 2 separate companies and they both have 5-star reviews, which is great, but one has 5 reviews over the course of say 3 years and the other has 50 over the same amount of time. More people having a consistently great experience is something that is usually a good indicator of a great company. However, you can't base your decision on just reviews alone, and I think it just goes without saying that you need to bring, that company in and see if they're going to align well with what your goals and ultimately what your values are as a company. So beyond growth, legal standing, and customer reviews, there are a few more aspects to consider. This brings me to number 5, which is people matter. And what I'm talking about is the people that work for that company matter. What kind of people work at that MSP? Are they professional? Do they like working there? Are the people local, or does that company outsource their people, to say to people overseas? Great companies are made up of great people, and companies that can retain and attract great talent are really ones you should be looking at and having, on your list to interview. And I've witnessed businesses be very interested in a specific MSP that looked really great on paper, but when they found out that they had employees coming and going routinely, with the average tenure of an employee that was, I think, around 1 to 2 years, that's ultimately very problematic, as companies that have used this MSP have always had issues with not knowing who to call, who their account manager was, and not having a direct point of contact, and ultimately them feeling lost with their IT. So it should go without saying that a company that is going to retain employees that's just going to be a good sign for you that it's going to be a great company to work with. And of course, there's many other factors to consider when you're choosing an MSP, like how do they operate, what kind of hours of operation they have, what tools they're going to be using, and so on and so on. But if you have any questions on what I've covered today, please contact us at our website at www.grittex.com. And I just want to say thank you for joining us, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you.